Hello everyone. So today we will discuss about fats and vitamins and balance what is balanced diet. So last class we discussed about the definition of food, nutrition and what are nutrients, that is micronutrients and macronutrients. We also discussed about carbohydrates and proteins. So today we will discuss about fats and vitamins. So what are fats? So fats, they are nothing but they are the smaller units which is composed of fatty acids. So we have two types of fatty acids. One is saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acids. So saturated fatty acids, they lack double bonds between carbon atoms, while in unsaturated fatty acid there is at least one double bond in the fatty acid chain. So saturated fats tend to be solid at room temperature and it is from animal sources. And unsaturated fatty acids are usually liquid and it is from plant sources. So saturated fatty acids, they are all animal fats except fish oil. Unsaturated fatty acids, they are all vegetable oils except coconut and palm oils. And saturated fatty acids are cholesterologenic and they increase blood cholesterol level. So what is the function of fats? So fats provides energy. So 1 gram of fat provides 9 calories of energy. So what is calories? It is the unit of energy. So in nutrition, we say not energy, it is calories. It is a unit of energy. So 1 gram of fat provides 9 calories of energy. So dietary fat supplies essential fatty acid which is needed for growth and maintenance of the integrity of the skin. And they also maintain our body temperature. They provide support for many organs in our body such as heart, kidneys and intestine. So fatty acids, that is fats, they are saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acids, they are solid at room temperature and it is from animal sources. Unsaturated fatty acids, they are liquid and from plant sources. They provide energy and 1 gram of fat provides 9 calories of energy, and they are very essential for the growth and maintenance of the skin. They maintain our body temperature and they provide support for many organs in our body such as heart, kidneys and intestine. Next is fats. So what are the sources of fats? So it from animal sources we get ghee, butter, fat of meat, fish oils, etc. And from vegetable sources we get groundnut oil, ginger oil, mustard oil, cottonseed and nut oil and coconut oil. So what are the daily requirements? This is the requirement which we need to have, the fats. So what from for man it is 20 to 60 gram and for women it is 20 to 40 gram. So fats and diseases. So if you have fats, more fat and you have less fat, so you get diseases. So obesity, you as you know it is obesity. So when you are fat, obesity is the problem you get. And phenoderma, it is nothing but rough and white skin and it is called as toad skin. And you also get heart diseases when you have high intake of saturated fats. You also can get cancer like colon and intestinal cancer if you have high intake of fats. And you also get kwashiorkor we also studied in protein deficiency, and fats also you get kwashiorkor. So next is vitamin A. So you have fat soluble vitamins, that is vitamin A, D, E, and K are fat soluble vitamins. So vitamin A is fat soluble vitamin. It is in two forms: retinol and beta carotene. So retinol, it is a vitamin present in animal foods, that is liver, meat, fatty fish, eggs, and milk fat. And beta carotene present in plants like dark green leafy vegetables, the bright yellow fruits. And what are the functions of vitamin A? It is an important nutrient for your vision, and it maintains and it is very helpful and in rebuilding of your glandular and epithelial tissues. So glandular and epithelial tissues, there are two types of glands present, that is exocrine and endocrine glands, which helps in secreting products in the bloodstream. So it helps in rebuilding those glands and epithelial tissues, which is very helpful in secreting products in the bloodstream, and is very necessary for normal skeletal growth of human beings. Skeletal, it is a development of the human skeletal system. Skeletal growth is nothing but the development of your human skeletal system, and it is also acts as anti-infective agent. It also protects you from any infections. So vitamin A, and how much you need to have for women, men, women, and pregnancy. You need 600 microgram of retinol and 2,400 microgram of beta carotene. So, what are the deficiency diseases when you don't have vitamin A? So, you get night blindness, that is, you are not able to see in dim light. You get conjunctival xerosis, that is, your conjunctiva, that is, your eye becomes dry and non wettable. And you have Bitot spots, that is, triangular, pearly white or yellowish foamy spots on the bulbar conjunctiva. Everything is related to your eye. So, and you have corneal xerosis. Your cornea appears dull, dry, and non-wettable, and in more advanced, corneal ulceration happens. And keratomalacia, the cornea becomes soft and may burst open. Corneal ulcer, that is keratomalacia, can lead to perforation of the cornea and corneal ulcer leading to permanent blindness. Next is vitamin D. It is fat soluble and it is found in two different forms, that is calciferol and cholecalciferol. Calciferol, in short, it is D2. Cholecalciferol, it is D3. So calciferol, it is derived from plant sterols and ergosterols, whereas cholecalciferol is found in animal fats and fish oils. Sterols are nothing but they are class of lipids which contains a common steroid, and it is common steroid core fused four ring structure with a hydrocarbon chain and an alcohol group. There are two types of phytosterols. There are two types, that is phytosterols and zoosterols. So you get vitamin D from sunlight, ultraviolet ray. It also converts the cholesterol of the body skin to vitamin D. And what are the functions? It promotes the intestinal absorption of calcium and phosphorus, and it promotes bone dissolution and mineralization. Mineralization, it is the process by which the organic that bone becomes filled with calcium. So it promotes bones dissolution and mineralization. That is, it is the process by which your bone becomes filled with calcium. It prevents from rickets in children. Rickets is nothing but softening and weakening of bones in children. Rickets. So it increases the tubular reabsorption of phosphate and variable effect of effect on reabsorption of calcium, and it facilitates in calcium deposition in the bones and teeth. It is mainly a calcium deposition in the bones. Vitamin A is related to your eye, and vitamin D is related to the bones and very important calcium. So the sources is vitamin. You get vitamin D3 from sunlight. Vitamin D3 is formed by the exposure of 7-dehydrocholesterol, which is present in the skin, to the ultraviolet ray of the sunlight. So you get from food, it is from animal origin, that is liver, egg yolk, butter, cheese, and some species of fish. So in adult, you need to have 2.5 microgram, that is 100 IU. That is, IU is nothing but international unit. And deficiency is it decreases calcium and phosphorus in the blood, and low deposition of calcium phosphate in the growing bones, And you get rickets and osteomalacia. Rickets, it is the softening and weakening of bones in children. Osteomalacia, it is also a softening of bones which leads to fractures. So fat soluble vitamin E. It is vitamin E is fat soluble vitamin. It is also known as tocopherol. It is an anti-sterility vitamin. So it acts as an antioxidant and reduces oxidation of unsaturated fatty acids. Due to anti-neoplastic effect, it raises the concentration of high density lipids cholesterol. What is anti-neoplastic? It inhibits the development of neoplasm. Anti-neoplastic is nothing but inhibits the development of neoplasm. Neoplasm is nothing but tumor. So, due to anti-neoplastic effect, it inhibits the development of tumor. It raises the concentration of high density lipids cholesterol. With vitamin E, selenium plays the role of preventing destruction of lipids by oxidation. It maintains the stability of cell membranes. When externally applied, would minimize wrinkles, scars, and scratch marks. So vitamin E, it is very helpful for skin. It minimizes wrinkles, scars, and scratch marks. So vitamin E, the sources, it is from vegetable oils, hydrogenated fats, dark green leafy vegetables, nuts, whole grain, and legumes. Food rich in polyunsaturated fatty acid. It is also rich in vitamin E. Requirement is 100 milligram, and if it is 15 international unit. Deficiency, it is also, it causes loss of reflexes. Reflexes is nothing but it is the sensory loss in the distribution of the nerve. And you get ataxia of trunks and lips. Ataxia is nothing but loss of muscle coordination, and you get muscle weakness. It is among premature babies. The presence of hemolytic anemia. Hemolytic anemia is nothing but destruction of red blood cells, and it is associated with habitual abortion. And you have vitamin K. It is the cofactor of enzyme and acts as the catalyst for the formation of prothrombin. Prothrombin is nothing but it is a protein produced by the liver which helps in clotting. So it is vitamin K. It is the catalyst for the formation of prothrombin. It is a protein produced by your liver which helps in clotting of blood. There are two types of vitamin K, that is phyloquinone K1 and manoquinone, that is K2. So vitamin K1, that is phyloquinone, it is found in fresh and dark green leafy vegetables, whereas vitamin K2, that is manoquinone, it is by the synthesis of bacteria in the intestines, and it is destroyed by freezing by mineral oils and rancid fats. Functions, it is essential vitamin for the formation of prothrombin, and it stimulates the production of coagulation factors. It synthesizes the required protein for the human body. It acts as the catalyst for the activating the enzyme. So vitamin K deficiency, you get hemorrhage, that is bleeding. Hemorrhage is nothing but bleeding inside, blood loss inside the body or outside the body. There are two types of hemorrhage: internal bleeding and external bleeding. And it is hemorrhage bleeding disorders. It is increased risk of hemorrhage among premature or in the newborn babies with complicated labor. Requirement is 0.03 milligram per kg body weight for adults. Sources, it is found in fresh green vegetables and fruits. Dark green leafy vegetables, cabbage, cauliflower are the richest sources, also found in liver and cow milk. Vitamin C, it is also known as ascorbic acid. It is a water soluble vitamin. It is a water soluble vitamin. It is most unstable for all vitamins, and it is rapidly destroyed by high temperature, oxidation, drying, or storage. Vitamin C, it is known as ascorbic acid. It is a water soluble vitamin. The functions, it is a potent antioxidant and has an important role in tissue oxidation. It helps to increase the general resistance of the body to fight infections. So vitamin C is very essential for your body to fight any kind of infections. It is very essential in absorption, mobilization, distribution, and intoxication of metal ions. It also helps to transfer iron from plasma into tissues and stores in bone marrow, spleen, and liver. And it protects your eyes and lungs from oxidizing agents. It reduces the oxidation of low density lipoprotein and also vitamin A and E. Next is vitamin C. Scurvy among children during 6 to 18 months of age. What is scurvy? Scurvy is nothing but bleeding gums, weakness, fatigue, and rash. It is a disease. It is nothing but bleeding gums, weakness, fatigue, and rash. Vitamins when you vitamin C deficiency, you get scurvy and congenital hemorrhage, bleeding of gums, petechia of skin, that is round purplish red spot, frequent diarrhea, fever, vomiting due to increase in body's general resistance to infections. So when you are deficient in vitamin C, your immunity gets low and you are very sensitive to all any kind of infections. Sources: all citrus foods that have vitamin C, including tomatoes, green leafy vegetables, cabbage, legumes, liver, and kidney. It is destroyed by cooking. So you have to have vitamin C foods. You have to have raw. The daily requirement is 40 milligram per day for adult. Next is vitamin B1, that is it is called as thiamine. It is a water soluble vitamin. It is relatively stable at heat, but it is destroyed in a neutral or alkaline solution. Functions: it plays an important part in carbohydrate metabolism. It is essential for the proper functioning of the nervous system. It plays an important part in carbohydrate metabolism and it is essential for the proper functioning of the nervous system. Sources: it is from cereals, pulses, and nuts. Poor source: that is meat, fish, eggs, liver, dark green leafy vegetables, fruits, dried yeast. Milk is important source for infants. Daily requirement is 1 to 2 milligram per day or zero point 0.5 milligram per 1000 kilocalories of energy intake. Deficiency: you get beriberi. It is most common in only rice feeding community, especially polished rice. So beriberi, it is nothing but it is a disease you get when you have beriberi. It is loss of appetite, weakness, shortness of breath, swollen feet or legs. So this is the symptoms of beriberi disease. And you have vitamin B2, riboflavin. It involves protein, fat, and carbohydrate metabolism. Fundamental role in cellular oxidation. It is a cofactor for various enzymes which plays the metabolism to form the energy. It synthesizes glycogen and erythropoiesis, which changes the pyridoxines and folic acids to the coenzyme. It helps in oxidation of fatty acids and transport hydrogen. So um, next is sources. It is from milk and milk products, eggs, liver, green leafy vegetables are the good sources. Wheat, millet, and pulses are fair sources. Rice is a poor source. Germinating pulses also furnish riboflavin. It is synthesized by bacteria in the large intestine. Daily requirement: it is 1 to 2 milligram or zero point 0.6 milligram per 1000 kilocalories intake. Deficiency: it is confined skin, that is cracks, mucosa, glossitis, scaly dermatitis, circumcorneal vascularization, and keratitis. So glossitis, it is nothing but inflammation of the tongue. Dermatitis, it is inflammation of the skin. Keratitis, it is inflammation of the cornea. That is glossitis, it is inflammation of the tongue. Dermatitis, inflammation of the skin. Keratitis, inflammation of the cornea. So next is vitamin B3, that is niacin. It is required by the body for the utilization of carbohydrates and tissue respiration. It is essential uh, for normal functioning of skin, gastrointestinal, and normal nervous system. Helps in synthesis of DNA and its repairment. Controls blood cholesterol and lipids. It is rich in whole grain cereals, nuts, pulses, meat, liver, chicken, dried yeast, groundnuts, and poor source in maize. So daily requirement 20 milligram per day or 6.6 milligram per 1000 calorie intake. Deficiency, it is gastrointestinal disorder, diarrhea, loss of appetite, nausea, vomiting, neurological manifestation, loss of memory, pigmented scaly skin, cracks of hand and neck. Vitamin B6, that is pyridoxine, it plays an important role in the metabolism of amino acid, fats, and carbohydrates. Requirement 1.5 to 2 milligram per day. Sources liver, meat, fish, whole cereals, and legumes. Deficiency, it is generally unusual as most of the foods like meat, fish, legumes, and cereals contain pyridoxine. Some cases have clinical manifestation of convulsion, loss of weight, and abdominal distress. Then you have vitamin B12, cyanocobalamin. It is necessary for the synthesis of DNA and also fatty acid. It is required for carbohydrate, fat, and protein metabolism. It is used for making red blood cells, sources from liver, eggs, fish, and meat. And it loses its potency when overcooked. So daily requirement 1 microgram for adult, 0.2 to 1 microgram for children. Deficiency megaloblastic anemia, that is pernicious anemia, that is impairing of DNA, thus leading to formation of immature RBCs causing anemia. Next, you have folic acid. It is essential for DNA synthesis. It is needed for making red blood cells. Sources from green leafy vegetables, liver, egg, pulses, cereals, nuts, whole grains, and oil seeds. Daily requirement, that is for adults 100 micrograms per day. For pregnant women 300 micrograms. For lactating women it is 150 micrograms. For children you need 100 micrograms. In next class we will see the minerals and balanced diet. So today we discussed about fat soluble vitamin and water soluble vitamins. So fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E, and K. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin C, B1 thiamine, vitamin B2 riboflavin, vitamin B3 niacin, and vitamin B6 pyridoxine, and vitamin B12 cyanocobalamin. So next class we will discuss about minerals and its functions and balanced diet. Thank you very much.